All right, happy Tuesday evening, everyone. The time is now 8:22 on Tuesday, May the 16th. We've got a few gusty Tuesday evening thunderstorms that's rolling through the area. I just stepped outside the studio, and the winds have really picked up here in downtown Macon as this storm system that we've been tracking for the past few hours has continued to push kind of south and east for us. There's no severe threats out there, but this is the current radar loop. We've got some pretty strong thunderstorms, heavy downpours, frequent lightning, some gusty winds as well, all part with the system that's moving on through. So hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Actually, I might do a little bit of something with this. Just kind of, thank you. Just kind of bring that down a little bit so it looks a little less strange. But hi, everyone. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, come say hello in the comments. Love to chat with you about how your day is going, how your life is living. So I kind of get them up here so I can see exactly what's going on. So I can say hello to you myself. Hi, Crystal. How are you? Thanks for being here. All right, I'm pulling them still up. Yes, let me know where you're watching from. Here's the current radar track right now. The rain is really stretching up from Jasper, Putnam counties. Mostly just some rain for you, a few lightning strikes, but the heavier downpours right now really moving through Macon, Bibb County, down through Crawford County into Taylor County. And that's where a lot of the heavy lightning is, especially down south of Columbus across the Georgia and Alabama line. So really for the next 2 days, we do have a pretty good chance of some storms as we have a cold front that'll be pushing through tomorrow evening. And that's going to kind of stall out over top of us. So as we head into kind of Wednesday evening into Thursday, it really does begin to pick up. And I feel like the camera's not very well placed on me right now, but it's okay. We just got to get the information out there. So it's nice to see you all. Let me know where you're watching from again. If you're joining us on Facebook or anywhere, I should share this onto my page as well, if I can. It's okay. I will share very soon. Okay, so here's some of the radar right now. Let's get this pulled up. The heaviest downpours right now really is moving through Macon, Bibb County. Look, there's the dark reds on the radar right now near Lake Wildwood, Tobosoffke, Lazella. Just got hit with some of the downpours. You're about to be out of it, but it's about to hit downtown Macon here. It's got the frequent lightning strikes. The downpour is pretty heavy. The winds have been gusting up. Luckily, it's a quick burst of rain. So, you got maybe rain for about half an hour, and then kind of the storm moves out of the way. And then you're just left with kind of the rain-cooled atmosphere afterwards. So we can kind of follow this down south. South of Roberta now in Crawford County. Still got the heavy downpours right here. This is going to move into Peach County and Fort Valley and into Warner Robins here over the next half hour or so. Follow this further down into Taylor County. Butler getting hit with the heavy downpours right now, headed towards Reynolds and Potterville. Rupert about to get some of that rain. Not a lot of lightning down here in Taylor County, but even further south, Schley County and eventually into Sumter County here. This is really the bulk of it. Notice there's a lot of downpours here. This is the Georgia-Alabama line. That's some heavy downpours right now. So this definitely is a pretty active evening. Hi, Cynthia. Thanks for watching from Byron. Hi, Karen from Warner Robins. How are you? It's nice to see you. Hi, Betty. Thanks for watching from Dublin. And hi, Mavis. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for chatting with me tonight, guys. That's awesome. Thanks for saying so many hellos. But yeah, we've got quite a lot of rain. So this is going to kind of continue to push over. Let me maybe show you the past 2 hours or so of this. Luckily, there was some severe thunderstorm warnings with this kind of line of storms earlier. It's kind of losing the ingredients the farther east it pushes for the severe storms in terms of damaging winds or some large hail. So we just got a lot of the heavy downpours right now. But once you kind of get the rain overview, it's going to move pretty quickly. And then it's just going to kind of dry out behind it. It's a quick burst of rain. Pretty normal summer pattern in that, except for it is kind of a line that's moving all through together. So let's take you through the next few days and for the next little while tonight, as we still got some showers and stuff that we're tracking around. So this line's going to kind of continue through overnight. And then as we get towards tomorrow, that's when we kind of see more activity begin to pick up as a cold front will be pushing through, and it's going to stall it over top of us. We're getting into the late portions of May. These cold fronts don't have a lot of a power at this point to move this far south. So it's going to get here, but then it doesn't have a lot of motion to keep moving south. So it's kind of going to stall it over top of us. And where exactly the front stalls is going to be the place where there's going to be a lot more storms firing up. So throughout the day tomorrow, this is about 5 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon, getting some downpours still coming on through. Tomorrow is definitely the good idea to keep the day to keep your eye to the sky, as there is a threat for some severe weather over our entire viewing area, no matter where you are. All of us are under a 1 on a scale of 1 to 5. That means that we could see an isolated storm or two turn severe, not expecting a widespread severe weather break. But this was from today. So for the day tomorrow, this is all what the severe weather threat looks like. All of us are under a 1. So 1 or 2 of the storms may turn severe. The primary threat will be for damaging winds if we do see any severe storms, and for large hail as well. So it's going to be a good idea to keep your eyes at the sky. Don't forget, the WGXA SKYWATCH weather app is the best way to keep up with these kind of storms that are moving through. Are these storms moving fast? I would say they're moving at a pretty normal kind of pace, except for that it's not a lot of rain. I wouldn't say they're moving particularly fast. There's just not a lot of rain with it. So once you kind of get hit with the downburst of the rain, it'll be out of here. So I wouldn't say they're moving particularly fast. That looks pretty fast on there, but I don't think they're moving necessarily at a pace that I would consider to be fast. I don't really know. That's kind of a good question. I would say they're moving at a pretty normal pace, but yeah, it's a quick downburst. Notice how it's kind of just a small band, and then it's kind of out of here. It's not going to be an all-night rain. It should be a pretty quick hit of the storm. So yeah, tomorrow's definitely a day to keep your eye to the sky there, just in case if we do have any of the severe storms. Of course, we will always bring you the latest and be watching it for you. I hear some of the rain coming down on the station right now. That's kind of funny. Yeah, so this is going to continue to push south and eastward. So maybe let me see if I can pull up a few different models just to kind of show you what we are expecting for the next little bit. Is this one broken? Oh, it's loading. So as we get through the day tomorrow, some storms again to fire up. So it's really going to be... Oh, I hear the rain. Yeah, so tomorrow's definitely the day to keep your eye to the sky. Oh, here's what I wanted to show you. I was trying to find this. Kind of put some things. So what to really expect for tomorrow is the timing for the severe threat looks to be about 3 to 10 p.m. Again, it's going to be very isolated if we do see any of the storms turn severe. Generally about 1/4 to 1.5 inches of rain, and the primary threat, again, is for damaging winds and large hail. Ooh, wait, I got a good idea. Hi, Lourdes. How are you? Let us pull up this camera. Let's pull up a camera from downtown Macon. I'm hearing the rain right now, so I think it'll be a pretty good shot. I'm hoping I might have to go over there and change the button, which if I do, that's all right. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, it's really coming down now. I think I'm going to have to change the button. Yeah, I do. Okay, let me go change this button really fast so I can show you the outside kind of area, but it is starting to come down here in Macon. I'm hearing the really big downpours on the rooftop of the station, and boom. Yeah, the visibility is down pretty low. Kind of getting some flickers on the camera. Interesting. Definitely interesting. It's definitely coming down out there right now. Let me see if I can also, let me show you another camera. Pull up a few ones because it's really, this is at Mercer. Same kind of story. Getting a lot of the lens is getting wet. Oh, look over here off the little bridge. Look how heavy it's coming down there. You can see it kind of just. That's pretty cool. You can kind of see also some of the light. It's kind of the easiest way to check is with some light. But over there on the bridge, you can really see looks like a waterfall kind of falling off of it. Interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, so yeah, these will be continuing to push south and east over the next maybe about 2-3 hours before I think it'll be completely out of the mid-state. And then after that, we'll be dry until tomorrow morning. There could be some fog developing if you're up early Wednesday. Shouldn't be a widespread foggy day, but we could have some patches of fog. Remember, if you are driving when it's nighttime and it's dark out with fog, you want to keep your high beams off, because the fog particles kind of act like a mirror or reflector beam, and so it kind of flips it back right into your eyes. So remember to keep the high beams off if you're ever driving in fog. Hi, Ginger. I just came through gray and it was dark. Then the wind started blowing hard. Then big drops of heavy rain. Had to drive in this. Wow. Yeah, I was definitely noticing the winds really picking up as these storms continue to move. So if you haven't been hit by any of the rain yet, you live in Dublin, southeast of Macon, the winds will pick up first, and then it'll be the rain and the downpour. So let's see what the radar is indicating, because sometimes it's just interesting to see how much the radar is indicating the rain is falling. So it's still coming through Macon-Bibb County right now. It's these dark reds. The darker the red color, that like heavier that rain. See kind of up here. So that is kind of the heaviest downpours. Let's see if we can query this, see what the radar might be saying. So the radar is saying that this is dropping at 6.5 inches per hour. That is absurdly blinding rain. Usually at about 3 inches, that's when it's like you can't really see very far in front. If you're driving at 3 inches per hour of rain, that's almost like you're pulling over. You can barely see 10 feet in front of you. So the fact that the radar is saying that this is at 6.5 inches per hour, that's pretty strong. The quick downburst of the rain. Luckily, it is just the quick kind of like beginning to end here. So it's not going to be raining all night, but this is definitely some heavy downpours that'll be pushing through here, and it is going to continue to weaken the farther south and east that it goes. But that's really fascinating. I'm nerding out, y'all. I'm nerding out with the rain. Still some more heavy downpours. Let's go through into Crawford County, south of Roberta. See if we got any heavy downpours here. It looks like this is kind of a big burst. This is also saying 6.5 inches of rain right here. Wow. So definitely a lot of heavy downpours. If you have any plans or going outside, there was a lot of people in downtown Macon, so maybe there's some fun events going on, and hopefully everyone was able to kind of take cover and they didn't get downpoured on, because yeah, this will be pushing through pretty quickly. Up near Gray, still getting a lot of it. Areas north of Macon through kind of Jones, Putnam, Jasper counties, it's all just rain. Some of it light, but this is the kind of the lighter end of the storms that'll be pushing through and that are pushing through. The heavier downpours is really kind of Macon-Bibb County and southwestward through Crawford and into Taylor County. Let's see if we can query some of this rain from Butler. Let's see if it's here. This is about 3 inches per hour, so not bad. Let's do something cool. Let's see if this is kind of showing up. So this is like an automated rainfalls total that I've been working on and coding. It updates every hour, so it probably updated at 8 o'clock. It's 8:35 now, but at 8 o'clock, there was about a half inch of rain that fell in Plains. Covington, which is north of Jasper County, got about 0.3 of an inch of rain. So maybe for the 11 o'clock shows, we'll probably show this again just to see how the rain totals have paired up, especially if the radar was indicating about 6.5 inches of rain that was falling here. So that'll be interesting to see how that actually shapes up with some of the rain totals. Yes, so again, tomorrow is going to be the big day to keep your eye to the sky again. I'm going to kind of wrap this up here, so not keeping it for too long, as I'll show the models kind of again one more time with what could be happening. I think this will kind of be continuing to push south and east, falling apart as it does for the rest of tonight. Tomorrow, the cold front arrives. I think around 3 o'clock, areas to the north and west could start getting those downpours. Around 5, heading home from work, I think it will be kind of the heaviest coverage of here. And then it'll kind of be out, I think, by around 10 or 11 o'clock. There still could be areas of a bit of drizzle, but I think the severe threat at this point is going to be pretty low, almost zero, with the storms kind of losing that heating of the day and the front kind of pushing through. So here's the 10-day forecast. Tomorrow, a day to keep your eye to the sky. A few severe storms, 1 or 2 of them. The primary threat, if we do see any, will be for damaging winds or an isolated hailstorm. 85 degrees will be for the high. On Thursday, the front is still stalled out over top of us, so it's another rainy day. The front's finally out of here by Friday, but it's much cooler, 78 degrees. It's dry, though, and it's also less humid. The humidity is going to come way down on Friday. It'll feel very refreshing, but honestly a little bit cooler. But then the summer pattern begins to pop right back up for the weekend. It's, again, mostly dry, both days, partly cloudy, but we get the few pop-up storms by the afternoon, 83 degrees, 85 by Sunday. We're not into the full summer heat and humidity yet, so these storms aren't going to be as powerful as they could be in June or July, but here in May, we still get those summertime pop-up storms. They're just not as widespread or as powerful, so not really showing any indicators of the rain on here, but these still days also Also do have some chances for some isolated pop-up storms by the afternoon. Next Monday, we're warming up 86 and then 85 next Tuesday. So that's really how the weather's kind of shaping up here. If you live south and east of Macon, just keep an eye on the radar as it kind of moves through, just to check it out. You can nerd out like me and be like, oh, here comes the rain. Kind of impress your friends and your family.